Kellyanne Conway is going to need a lawyer. I hope she knows a good one, because Kellyanne Conway broke the law again today.
And by the way, while I'm on the subject of Biden,
it's against the law for her to be on the subject of Biden. She said that yesterday in the White House driveway to a group of reporters as she was illegally campaigning against Joe Biden for Donald Trump while holding her position on the federal payroll. And I was going to show you that last night at this hour, but we ran out of time because of the breaking news last night. And so Kellyanne Conway did the same thing again today in the White House driveway. She violated the Hatch Act. The Hatch Act says that a federal government employee, including the White House staff, quote, may not use his official authority or influence for the purpose of interfering with or affecting the result of an election. In other words, they cannot participate in campaigning. Another provision of the Hatch Act prohibits campaigning at federal buildings, which the White House most certainly is. So Kellyanne Conway violated two sections of the Hatch Act 2 days in a row, standing in the White House driveway campaigning against Joe Biden. The only people working in the government who are allowed to make campaign statements are elected officials. The Trump campaign manager and anyone on the Trump campaign staff can be on the subject of Biden anytime they want. Here is Kellyanne Conway breaking the law again today.
oh, we must be worried about Biden. Look what Kellyanne said about him today. So thanks for the free commercial about all the things Joe Biden didn't get done for the 8 years he was vice president.
And she's right. It is a free commercial, and it is an illegal free commercial.
I do find it fascinating that the former Vice President Joe Biden said that he asked President Obama not to endorse him. Do not endorse me. But we know he's open to endorsements because he got it from the management of the firefighters. It will be fascinating to watch the other candidates who are tied with a margin of error in most polls in the Democratic. I can talk about them, too, if you'd like. No problem.
Yes, problem. Very serious problem. It's the problem of breaking the law. She could have stood in the White House driveway today, for example, and criticized the questions that Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and Amy Klobuchar asked in the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. They are all presidential candidates, so Kellyanne Conway cannot legally attack them for their campaign positions on things like Medicare for all, but she can legally attack them for what they do in their jobs as senators. But she's breaking the law when she talks about candidate Joe Biden.
I think a responsible reporter would ask Vice President Biden, this all sounds great. You want to rebuild the economy in the middle class, but somebody beat you to the punch. His name's Donald Trump.
And I think a responsible reporter would ask Kellyanne Conway why she's violating the Hatch Act. Kellyanne Conway was found guilty of violating the Hatch Act twice already, but penalties for violating the Hatch Act are administered by the federal employee's boss. Penalties like being fired or suspended. And Kellyanne Conway's boss, Donald Trump, has not penalized her in any way. And so Kellyanne Conway will continue to campaign against Joe Biden illegally, and most of the news media will present her violations of the Hatch Act to you as part of their normal campaign coverage without realizing that they're really showing you Kellyanne Conway breaking the law.
Let's have at it. I don't think we're worried about Joe Biden. I don't think we're worried about different union endorsements.
And I don't think the Trump team is now, or ever has been, or ever will be, worried about breaking the law. That's tonight's Last Word. The 11th hour with Brian Williams starts now.